So now, coaches, there's been some activity, is how I guess I'll phrase it, in the coaching world for the NFL right after the regular season ended. What, 5, 8? Was there 8 coaches let go? 5 coaches?
There were 8. There were 8 vacancies altogether, and I think 5 of them were let go the same day.
Yeah,
because 8 are also including like McCarthy, Jackson, and there's another one I forget.
So, Bucks fired their coach, Jets fired their coach, Cardinals fired their coach, Broncos fired their coach.
Do you say Browns?
The Browns. Yeah, we'll include Hugh Jackson in there.
Green Bay.
Yeah, Green Bay.
Miami.
There's one other one.
Who was the other one? I know there was 8. I can't remember it. Or maybe there wasn't 8.
Well, regardless, there's been a lot of activity with letting people go. The Bills have been pretty critical about the one and done guys. You know, the guys that this was their first year as coach,
Wilkes.
And now they're already getting fired.
Wilkes from the Cardinals.
It is a little bit savage to go that way. I can see a case basically to be made either way. Obviously, the coach's job is to win games. If you don't win games, you shouldn't have a job. But at the same time, I think you do have to afford some type of leash to a first-year guy. It's like, okay, I've got all the players that you already had. You haven't given me any time to kind of pull some people in to the system that I want to build. So maybe you should afford a little bit more of a runway in that regard. But some activity today being done. The Bucks have hired Bruce Arians, as well as Todd Bowles, the recently fired Jets coach. Bowles is a defensive coordinator. Arians coming in as head coach. I was just reading they had to like swap 6th and 7th round picks to like basically make it just like an even thing because there was like some contractual dispute over Arians like 2019 rights with Arizona. But that apparently that's done. Arians is on his way to Tampa. Cliff Kingsbury, the offensive coordinator from USC, just got hired by the Cardinals, so they're going to bring him in. So, UFC didn't have that great of a year, so
USC.
USC, sorry, didn't have a very good year. So we'll see how that goes. But he's an offensive-minded guy, so we'll see. If he can kind of leverage some of those weapons that Arizona has. See if he's the QB whisperer that Josh Rosen might need to kind of get the wheels churning.
We'll see.
I know there's some interviews going on. Vic Fangio, the defensive coordinator from the Bears, is up for some interviews. I know Denver's interviewing him. I think Green Bay might be actually as well. So we'll see. Obviously we'll keep you guys posted as we hear more too. But
I mean, I would say the Kingsbury got hired in the Cardinals.
Mm-hmm.
I would say he has nothing to worry about, but because he should be offered leeway with the second-year QB who didn't do shit his first year. You're going to lose your best receiver since Nam with Fitzgerald. You still have David Johnson, but he should still have some leeway, and I would say he has nothing to worry about. But Wilkes just got fired after 1 year.
Yeah, with the rookie QB who did jack shit.
So
who knows?
And honestly, when I see that, I see that as more of the front office being a problem. Because the Browns did the exact same thing, and they've also been dumb since Nam. Technically, and this year, regardless of their upswing, they still had a losing year. Let's not forget that.
Very true.
I mean, we'll see what they do going forward. Maybe they finally hit it with Baker after drafting 20 million first-round pick quarterbacks. But yeah, Kingsbury should get some leeway. But I mean, how much pressure does that put on you? Like, how much do you think about that? Like, if I do shitty my first season, I could get fired. That's also why I don't agree on a 1 year and you're done, because that puts so much pressure on the coach.
Right.
And is he your first time head coach? I would assume so. He doesn't sound familiar.
Yeah.
Yeah, first time head coach.
I think he might have head coach in college, never in the pros.
Well, in the pros, I mean, pros. So I mean, how much like oh shit, I know my first year, but if I don't win, I'm fired. Like how? Yeah. And you're in the same division as the Seahawks, Rams, and now you're gonna have a Garoppolo-led Niners.
Mm-hmm.
And you're probably going to be predicted the bottom of the pack coming this next season.
Oh, more than likely, absolutely.
That's pretty much everybody predicting you're going to get fired after 1 year. I think that's ridiculous.
Yeah, I think that's a tough pill to swallow, and I think there's got to be some upfront communication from the organization of like, look, this is what we expect, and this is the timeline we expect, and if you can't do that, cool, go somewhere else.
Yeah, and I mean, it's a head coaching job for the NFL, right? You might say, oh shit, I could get fired my first year, maybe I don't want to go there. At the same time, you can now say you're a head coach for an NFL football team.
Exactly.
Only 32 of those jobs, you're offered one of them. But I mean, anyway, that's my 2 cents on at least that position. Bruce Arians and Todd Bowles, it's a lot of knowledge in one place.
Yeah, a lot of experience, a lot of coaching experience.
That's what I'm going for.
So we'll see. Tampa's got some weapons in certain areas. They need to get rid of crab legs.
You know what? Yeah, you got crab legs. I don't think your QB's position is set. I think that was a problem this year, and I think it's going to continue to be a problem.
They could be going for Haskins. He declared.
I figured he would. Could be, but they're not the only position that has a QB problem.
Of the top 6, though, I think they are.
Aren't the Giants? Well, okay. I would say the Giants, but I think they're too stupid to get one now. I think they're going to ride with Eli.
Probably.
But I also heard Deshaun Jackson wants out of Tampa.
Well, he probably does because they suck dick.
What was funny was I'm sure he was just feasting when Fitzpatrick was the quarterback.
Oh, yeah.
Because Deshaun was like, throw it to me. And Fitzpatrick was like, do I want to score? Yes. I mean, he threw a lot of picks as well, but
yeah, I mean, they put up points.
But those runners, they sure love their deep balls from the QB. I just think crab legs has it in them.
No, he didn't have it in him at Florida State.
Yeah. Funnily enough, Bruce Arians might even lean more towards Fitzpatrick. One, because Jameis can't seem to mature. He seems to keep something always seems to be cropping up, and I know that allegation made against him from the Uber driver. I know that was a while back, but I mean, it always seems to be something. I wouldn't be surprised if something happens this offseason.
Yep.
We saw when he was with Arizona, he loved Carson Palmer, and I didn't think he was fantastic. He got the job done. They did better than they did this year.
Yeah.
But I think he likes those older vet QBs, which is going to be Fitzpatrick. So I could see Fitzpatrick coming out and be a starter. But that's tough though, because let's say you do draft a Dwayne Haskins, you have to let one of those other 2 guys go.
Well, I think they're both free agents.
Really?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're both in unrestricted free agency now.
I would not be surprised if he kept Fitzpatrick. I guarantee you he's going to demand less because he's older, and then you could use that money. You have a lot of free cap space. Get a rookie.
Yeah. Well, I'm curious to see what he does.
Because even if they kept one of them as more of a mentor role, I don't think you want crab legs.
You don't want crab legs as your mentor.
Your young QB. Yeah. So, and then the Bucs also have the benefit of being in a division where I don't think the division winner has been the same 2 years in a row. Were they the winner last year? Were the Panthers in last year?
I think the Panthers snuck in on a wild card. I think the Saints won the division.
Did they? Then that might have been the first time that they won back.
Regardless, it's a division that is pretty much up for grabs quite a bit.
Oh yeah, there's so much talent in that division.
A lot of good teams in the NFC South. Yeah. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. And obviously, there's going to be a lot to come. Probably more so after the playoffs are done, because I think a lot of the coordinators from some of the playoff teams are the ones that are in talks, or at least being requested to be talked to once they're available for some of the head coaching vacancies. But we'll see how it all pans out.
I mean, looking at like the other jobs, I didn't realize how much of a freaking 13-year-old girl Rodgers was. Good Lord. Now all this shit coming out that he didn't respect McCarthy. Like, he would always challenge him, being a little...
They would, call a different play when McCarthy would call him and shit like that.
Being I don't know how much you can criticize him. He won a lot. But quite frankly, he hasn't made the playoffs past 2 years. And it just seems like he's another Manning, kind of without the jolly nature where the coach ain't the coach. QB's the coach.
Yeah.
But QB's an asshole. I don't know. That job, again, it's a head coaching job. Someone's going to take it, but you ain't the coach. He's the coach.
Yeah. We'll see. I don't know. Yeah, the Packers one's going to be tough because you do have to contend with that type of personality and stuff as your star QB, $100 million man that just got paid.
Yeah, and we'll see what they hire. But then the only way you can talk to a QB like that is if you bring in a guy who is older and has way more experience, just for Rodgers to respect you. I think if they bring in a young guy, he ain't the coach. He ain't
Yeah.
the coach.
Yeah, I don't think they could get away with doing like a McVay type thing.
Oh, no way.
No.
No way. Rodgers would just be like, can you shut up real quick?
Pipe down. See the ring?
Yeah, we're the Green Bay Rodgers. Packers got the fudge out of here when I came through.
So I'm interested to see what happens. Because yeah, there's a lot of voids to fill in. So let's stay tuned.